Avocado nutrition benefits. A complete wellness boost. After 60, picture this. A vibrant green fruit with creamy butter-like texture that could be your secret weapon against heart disease, memory decline, and digestive troubles as you age. Imagine cutting open this beautiful emerald treasure and discovering that its rich, satisfying flesh holds the power to lower your blood pressure, sharpen your mind, and reduce inflammation throughout your entire body. You might think I'm describing some exotic superfood that costs a fortune and requires a trip to specialty stores. But I'm actually talking about something sitting in grocery stores across America right now. The remarkable avocado. And if you're over 60, this green powerhouse might just be the most important addition to your daily wellness routine. Recent Harvard studies involving over 110,000 participants found that people eating 2 or more servings of avocado per week had a 21% lower risk of heart disease. But that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what this incredible fruit can do for your health after 60. I'm Dr. David Walker, a senior health and psychological wellness expert with over 30 years of experience helping older adults not just add years to their lives, but add life to their years. Today, I'm going to share why avocados deserve a permanent place on your plate and how they can transform your health in ways that might truly surprise you. Heart health, powerhouse. Let's begin with what matters most to many of us over 60. Protecting the heart that's been beating faithfully for decades. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death for older adults. But here's where avocados become your cardiovascular guardian angel, working silently and powerfully with every creamy, delicious bite. I want to tell you about Margaret, a spirited 68-year-old grandmother from Houston, who walked into my office last spring with worry lines creasing her forehead. Her latest blood work showed cholesterol numbers that weren't catastrophic, but they weren't where either of us wanted them to be. "Dr. Walker," she said, wringing her hands, "I don't want to end up like my mother, who had 3 heart attacks before she was 75. Instead of immediately discussing medication, we decided to try something different, something that would nourish her body while addressing her concerns. We added just half of a perfectly ripe avocado to Margaret's daily routine. I can still picture her skeptical expression. "Really, doctor? This green thing is going to help my heart?" 6 months later, Margaret practically bounced into my office. Her LDL cholesterol had dropped by 15 points. Her HDL had increased significantly, and her blood pressure had decreased from 145/90 to 128/78. But more importantly, she felt energetic, confident, and optimistic about her health future. "I never thought something so delicious could be so powerful," she told me, her eyes bright with newfound hope. Margaret's transformation isn't just a feel-good story, it's backed by groundbreaking science. A study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association followed participants for over 30 years and discovered something remarkable. Those who ate avocados regularly had significantly better cardiovascular outcomes, living longer, healthier lives with stronger hearts. But why does this work so beautifully for our aging bodies? The answer lies in avocados' extraordinary nutritional profile, particularly their potassium content. Each medium avocado contains about 975 milligrams of potassium. That's more than you'd get from a large banana or a cup of orange juice. This mineral is absolutely crucial for seniors because it acts like nature's blood pressure medication, helping counteract the effects of sodium that many of us consume without realizing it. When your potassium levels are optimal, something wonderful happens in your cardiovascular system. Your blood vessels can relax more effectively, reducing the strain on your heart with every beat. Think of it like loosening a tight belt after a meal suddenly. Everything flows more easily and comfortably. But here's what makes avocados truly special for heart health. their remarkable concentration of monounsaturated fats. About 77% of the calories in an avocado come from these heart-protective fats, specifically oleic acid, the same beneficial compound that makes olive oil so celebrated in Mediterranean diets. These aren't just any fats, they're healing fats that actively work to improve your cholesterol profile. Research from Penn State University revealed that eating one avocado daily for 5 weeks reduced LDL cholesterol by 13.5 milligrams DL in adults with elevated levels. That might sound modest, but in cardiovascular terms, every single point matters tremendously. A reduction of just 10 points in LDL can slash your heart attack risk by 15 to 20%. That's the difference between worry and confidence about your heart health. Here's something fascinating that most people never learn. Avocados can actually help your body absorb other heart-healthy nutrients more effectively. The healthy fats act like a delivery system, increasing the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin K by up to 300%. Vitamin K is essential for preventing calcium buildup in your arteries, a major concern as we age, and one of the hidden factors in heart disease. I often tell my patients to think of avocados as nature's comprehensive heart medication, but one that comes wrapped in delicious, satisfying packaging. The anti-inflammatory compounds in avocados, including oleic acid and omega-3 fatty acids, work like tiny repair crews throughout your cardiovascular system, reducing chronic inflammation that damages arteries over time. Let me share the story of Robert, a 72-year-old retired engineer with a mind that loves precision and evidence. When I suggested adding avocados to his diet, he was skeptical. "Doc, show me the data." 8 months later, Robert's own body provided the most convincing data of all. His systolic pressure dropped from 150 to 135. His diastolic from 95 to 85. And he was able to work with his cardiologist to reduce his blood pressure medication. "It's like my cardiovascular system got a software update," he told me with a grin. The potassium in avocados works like a natural ACE inhibitor, the same mechanism used by many blood pressure medications, but without side effects. Instead, you get additional benefits: better energy, improved mood, and the satisfaction of eating something truly delicious. Here's a practical tip that can double your heart health benefits. Try pairing your creamy avocado with bright red juicy tomatoes. The lycopene in tomatoes becomes dramatically more bioavailable when consumed with avocados' healthy fats. We're talking about a 300 to 400% increase in absorption. This combination provides enhanced protection against oxidative stress, which ages and damages your cardiovascular system. Important note: if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin or have kidney disease, please consult your doctor about increasing potassium intake through avocados. For most seniors, however, this is one of the safest and most beneficial dietary changes you can make. Are you beginning to see why I consider avocados essential for anyone over 60? But hold on to your seat. What they can do for your brain health might astonish you even more than these heart benefits. Brain health and cognitive protection. Now, let's address something that keeps many of us staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., our brain health. Those moments when you walk into a room and forget why you came. When a familiar name sits right on the tip of your tongue but won't come out. When you worry whether these little lapses are normal aging or something more frightening. These concerns are real, they're common, and they matter deeply. But here's some genuinely exciting news. Avocados might be one of your most powerful allies in the fight against age-related cognitive decline. Let me share groundbreaking research published in Frontiers in Nutrition that studied older adults from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. The findings were remarkable. Those who regularly enjoyed avocados with their rich, velvety texture and subtle, nutty flavor performed significantly better on cognitive tests across every category measured. We're talking about sharper memory, better attention spans, enhanced problem-solving abilities, and improved overall brain function. I want you to meet Eleanor, a 65-year-old retired English teacher whose sharp mind had been her greatest pride throughout her career. She came to me on a gray Tuesday morning, her usual confidence replaced by visible worry. "Dr. Walker," she said quietly, "I'm forgetting my neighbors' names. I misplace my keys daily. Yesterday, I couldn't follow the plot of a television show I've watched for years. I'm terrified I'm losing myself." Eleanor's fear was palpable and heartbreaking. After discussing her lifestyle, we discovered she was eating very few foods rich in the specific nutrients that nourish aging brains. We started her on what I call the Cognitive Protection Protocol, half of a perfectly ripe, creamy avocado daily, incorporated into meals she already loved. The changes didn't happen overnight, but they were steady and encouraging. Within 6 weeks, Eleanor reported feeling less foggy. By 3 months, she was remembering names again. Her keys stayed where she put them, and she felt confident joining complex conversations. "It's like someone turned up the brightness dial on my mind," she told me, her eyes sparkling with restored confidence. Eleanor's experience isn't just heartwarming, it's supported by cutting-edge neuroscience research. Here's what happens in your brain when you regularly consume avocados. The monounsaturated fats improve blood flow to your brain tissue. Better circulation means more oxygen and vital nutrients reaching your neurons, which is crucial because our circulation naturally becomes less efficient as we age. But there's another compound in avocados that's particularly exciting for brain health: lutein. You might recognize lutein as an eye health nutrient, but recent research reveals it's equally important for cognitive function. Avocados are among the richest dietary sources of bioavailable lutein, and here's why that matters tremendously for seniors. A fascinating study from the University of Illinois tracked older adults who consumed avocados for 12 weeks. The researchers used sophisticated brain imaging and found significant improvements in attention, cognitive flexibility, and information processing speed. When they measured lutein levels in participants' blood, they discovered a direct correlation. Higher lutein meant measurably better brain performance. Think of lutein as your brain's personal bodyguard against aging. As we get older, our brains naturally accumulate what scientists call oxidative damage. Imagine tiny rust spots forming on the delicate machinery of your mind. This oxidative stress contributes to memory problems, slower thinking, and increased risk of serious neurodegenerative diseases. Lutein acts like a protective shield, neutralizing harmful free radicals before they can damage precious brain cells. But here's something even more remarkable. Avocados don't just protect your existing brain function. They might actually help you build new neural pathways. The B vitamins in avocados, particularly folate, B6, and B12, are essential building blocks for neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. These are the brain chemicals that regulate your mood, motivation, memory formation, and cognitive sharpness. I often explain to patients that your brain is like a magnificent garden that's been growing for decades, and avocados provide the perfect fertilizer mixture. The healthy fats help maintain the flexibility and efficiency of your brain cell membranes. Think of them as keeping your neural wiring well insulated and conducting signals clearly. Meanwhile, the antioxidants protect against environmental stressors that can damage your neural networks over time. Here's a practical example. Remember that frustrating experience of walking into a room and completely forgetting why you went there? That's often a sign that communication between different regions of your brain isn't as crisp as it used to be. The unique combination of nutrients in avocado healthy fats, lutein, folate, and vitamin E helps restore and maintain these crucial neural highways. Research from Kansas University Medical Center showed that older adults who ate avocados regularly had measurably better performance on tests of attention, memory, and executive function. Executive function is particularly vital as we age because it governs our ability to plan, focus, multitask, and solve problem skills that often decline with age but are essential for maintaining independence and quality of life. Let me share something that many people don't realize. When you eat avocados can maximize their brain benefits. Because the nutrients are fat-soluble, they're best absorbed when eaten with other foods. I recommend adding avocado to breakfast because it provides sustained, steady energy for your brain throughout the morning when you typically need peak cognitive performance. Here's a delicious tip that can amplify the brain benefits. Combine your rich, creamy avocado with antioxidant-packed blueberries. The deep purple anthocyanins in blueberries work synergistically with avocado's golden lutein to provide even stronger neuroprotective effects. A simple morning smoothie with half an avocado, a handful of blueberries, and some Greek yogurt becomes like a daily insurance policy for your cognitive future. But avocados offer more than just cognitive protection, they can improve your emotional well-being too. The healthy fats help your body produce mood-regulating hormones more efficiently, including serotonin, which governs both mood and sleep quality. Many of my patients report feeling more emotionally balanced, sleeping more soundly, and waking up more refreshed after making avocados a daily habit. Martha, a wise 74-year-old grandmother, put it beautifully. Dr. Walker, not only do I think more clearly since eating avocados, but I feel more like myself again, optimistic, engaged, and excited about each new day. Important considerations. While avocados are generally safe for everyone, if you're taking medications for depression or anxiety, discuss dietary changes with your doctor to ensure optimal medication effectiveness. Are you starting to understand why I call avocados brain food for the golden years? But we've only scratched the surface, wait until you discover how they can transform your digestive health and reduce inflammation throughout your entire body. Digestive wellness and inflammation control. Let's talk honestly about something that affects many seniors but often goes unmentioned in polite conversation: digestive challenges. As our bodies age gracefully, our digestive systems naturally become less efficient. Constipation, irregularity, uncomfortable bloating, and digestive unpredictability become unwelcome companions. But here's where the smooth, fiber-rich flesh of avocados can truly transform your gut health and overall comfort. I want to share Frank's story, a 69-year-old retired auto mechanic with calloused hands and a frustrated expression when he first walked into my office. For months, Frank had been dealing with chronic digestive issues that were affecting every aspect of his life. He'd tried everything: over-the-counter fiber supplements that made him feel gassy, expensive probiotics that didn't seem to help, even prescription medications that came with their own uncomfortable side effects. "Doc," Frank said, shifting uncomfortably in his chair, "I can't even enjoy dinner with my grandkids anymore. I'm always worried about when these stomach problems will hit. It's embarrassing, and I'm starting to avoid family gatherings because I never know how I'll feel." Frank's frustration was completely understandable. After reviewing his typical daily meals, I noticed he was getting very little natural fiber and virtually no healthy fats that support digestive function. We started him on what I call the gut restoration approach, centering around adding one perfectly ripe, creamy avocado to his daily routine. The transformation was remarkable and faster than either of us expected. Within just 2 weeks, Frank noticed his bowel movements becoming more regular and comfortable. Within a month, the bloating had largely disappeared, his energy increased noticeably, and he felt confident enough to enjoy Sunday dinners with his family again. "It's like my whole digestive system got a complete tune-up," he told me with obvious relief. Frank's experience reflects fascinating research from the University of Illinois, where scientists discovered that people who ate avocado daily had significant, measurable improvements in their gut microbiome ethos, trillions of beneficial bacteria living in your intestines that play crucial roles in digestion, immunity, and even mood regulation. Here's what makes avocados so uniquely beneficial for senior digestive health. They contain both soluble and insoluble fiber in the ideal ratio for our aging digestive systems. One medium avocado provides about 14 grams of fiber. That's nearly half your daily requirement, wrapped in delicious, satisfying packaging. But it's not just the generous amount of fiber. It's the specific types and how gently they work in your body. The soluble fiber in avocados dissolves into a gel-like substance as it moves through your digestive tract. This gel slows digestion in a beneficial way, preventing blood sugar spikes and keeping you feeling comfortably satisfied for hours. This is particularly valuable for seniors because it supports steady energy levels throughout the day and prevents the afternoon energy crashes that can disrupt your routine. The insoluble fiber adds beneficial bulk to your stool and promotes regular, comfortable bowel movements, addressing one of the most common and frustrating complaints I hear from patients over 60. Unlike harsh chemical laxatives or artificial fiber supplements, avocado's natural fiber works gently and consistently with your body's natural rhythms. But here's where the science becomes truly exciting. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that daily avocado consumption actually transforms the composition of your gut bacteria in remarkably beneficial ways. Participants who ate avocados developed higher levels of bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, powerful compounds that reduce inflammation throughout your entire body. Think about this for a moment. Chronic inflammation is the hidden culprit behind most age-related diseases, from arthritis pain to heart disease to cognitive decline. By improving your gut health with avocados, you're addressing inflammation at its very source. It's like having a natural anti-inflammatory treatment, but one that comes with only positive side effects and tastes absolutely delicious. Let me explain this gut inflammation connection more clearly. When the beneficial bacteria in your intestines break down avocado's natural fiber, they produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids, particularly one called butyrate. Butyrate acts like premium fuel for the cells lining your intestines, keeping your gut barrier strong and healthy. A robust gut barrier prevents harmful substances from entering your bloodstream and triggering inflammatory responses throughout your body. This is why patients like Martha, a vibrant 74-year-old who suffered from arthritis pain, often notice improvements in joint comfort and mobility after consistently eating avocados. The anti-inflammatory effects begin in your gut but spread beneficially throughout your entire body. After 3 months of enjoying avocados regularly, Martha told me her morning stiffness had decreased dramatically, and she was able to reduce her over-the-counter pain medications significantly. The anti-inflammatory compounds in avocados are particularly powerful for seniors. Oleic acid, the primary monounsaturated fat giving avocados their creamy texture, has been scientifically shown to reduce inflammatory markers in blood tests. Studies consistently find that people who eat avocados regularly have lower levels of C-reactive protein, interleukin-6, and other indicators of chronic inflammation. But here's a bonus benefit many people never realize. Avocados can dramatically increase your body's ability to absorb anti-inflammatory compounds from other colorful foods. The healthy fats in avocados increase the absorption of carotenoids from vegetables by up to 15 times. This means when you add sliced avocado to your salad, you're not just getting the benefits of the avocado itself, you're dramatically amplifying the benefits of every other colorful vegetable on your plate. I often recommend what I call the rainbow protocol to my patients. Combine creamy avocado with a variety of vibrant vegetables throughout the week. The bright red lycopene from tomatoes, the orange beta-carotene from carrots, the deep purple anthocyanins from red cabbageol. These powerful antioxidants become much more bioavailable and effective when consumed alongside avocado's healthy fats. Here's another digestive benefit that's particularly important for seniors. Avocados can help prevent gallstones. The healthy fats help your gallbladder contract regularly and efficiently, preventing bile from becoming too concentrated. Gallstone disease becomes more common as we age, and while avocados can't dissolve existing stones, they can help prevent new ones from forming. Now, let me address a concern I hear frequently. Dr. Walker, won't eating high-fat foods like avocados make me gain weight? This worry is completely understandable, but research consistently shows the opposite is often true. Despite being naturally calorie-dense, avocados can actually support healthy weight management in seniors. The combination of fiber and healthy fats in avocados triggers satiety hormones in your body, helping you feel genuinely satisfied for hours after eating. This natural appetite control can prevent overeating and reduce cravings for less nutritious snacks. Many of my patients discover that when they start eating avocados regularly, they naturally eat less throughout the day because they feel more satisfied and energized. Multiple studies have shown that people who eat avocados tend to have healthier body weights, smaller waist measurements, and better overall diet quality. The key is appropriate portion control. Half to 1 avocado per day is typically ideal for most seniors, providing maximum benefits without excess calories. Important safety note: if you have kidney disease or take medications that affect potassium levels, please consult your healthcare provider before significantly increasing avocado consumption, as they're naturally high in potassium. But we haven't finished exploring the remarkable benefits of this green nutritional powerhouse. Next, I want to share practical, delicious strategies for incorporating avocados into your daily routine, plus some inspiring success stories that might motivate you to start your own avocado journey today. As I reflect on more than 3 decades of working alongside older adults, I've discovered that the most transformative health interventions aren't always the most complicated ones. Sometimes, the simple act of adding one nutrient-dense, delicious food to your daily routine can create profound ripple effects that enhance your entire quality of life. I think about remarkable people like Margaret, whose heart health improved so dramatically that she now hikes with her grandchildren. Eleanor, who regained her cognitive confidence and recently started teaching literacy classes at her local library. Frank, whose digestive issues resolved so completely that he's back to enjoying every family meal. Martha, whose joint pain decreased so significantly that she's returned to gardening, her greatest passion. These aren't just isolated success stories or happy accidents. They represent what becomes possible when we give our aging bodies the specific, high-quality nutrients they need to thrive. What moves me most deeply about working with seniors is witnessing these transformations, watching 75-year-olds feel more energetic and optimistic than they did at 65. Seeing couples rediscover the joy of cooking together when they find foods that are both delicious and powerfully health-promoting. The beauty of avocados lies in their simplicity and versatility. You don't need to completely overhaul your diet, learn complicated recipes, or spend hours in the kitchen. You can start tomorrow morning by mashing half a ripe avocado onto your whole grain toast instead of butter, feeling that rich, creamy texture and knowing you're nourishing your heart, brain, and digestive system with every satisfying bite. Picture yourself spreading that beautiful green goodness on toast, its buttery flavor enhanced with just a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of fresh lime. Or blend it into a morning smoothie where its creaminess disappears into the background, while delivering powerful nutrition. You might simply enjoy it with a spoon as a satisfying afternoon snack, savoring its naturally rich, almost nutty flavor. Remember, every single avocado you enjoy is working simultaneously on multiple levels, strengthening your cardiovascular system, protecting and nourishing your brain, supporting optimal digestive function, and reducing harmful inflammation throughout your body. It's like taking a comprehensive, natural supplement, but one that actually tastes wonderful and provides genuine satisfaction and sustained energy. I want you to envision yourself 6 months from now. Picture waking up feeling more energetic and optimistic, thinking more clearly and confidently throughout your day, and experiencing comfortable, predictable digestion. Imagine feeling genuinely excited about your health future instead of worried about it. These aren't unrealistic dreams or empty promises. They're achievable goals that can begin with simple, consistent, delicious choices. But here's what I need you to understand clearly. The research I've shared represents just the beginning of what we're discovering about avocados and healthy aging. Scientists continue uncovering new benefits, from potential cancer protective properties to enhanced skin health to improved sleep quality. By making avocados a regular, enjoyable part of your routine now, you're positioning yourself to benefit from discoveries we haven't even made yet. Always consult your doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have existing medical conditions. Take medications that affect potassium levels or have concerns about kidney function. For most seniors, however, adding avocados to your diet represents one of the safest and most beneficial changes you can make for your overall health and vitality. I encourage you to start this week. Buy a few avocados. Let them ripen on your counter until they yield gently to pressure, and begin experimenting with ways to include them in meals you already love and enjoy. Pay attention to how you feel after eating them. Notice changes in your energy, digestion, mood, and overall sense of well-being. If this information has been helpful and encouraging, I'd be grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health guidance specifically designed for seniors. Hit that notification bell so you'll be among the first to discover new strategies for thriving after 60. Your engagement genuinely helps us reach more people who could benefit from this potentially life-changing information. Here's something special I'd like you to consider. If you found this content valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about who's also navigating the journey of aging well. Maybe it's your spouse, a close friend, a sibling, or even an adult child who's concerned about their parents' health. Sometimes, the most meaningful gift we can offer is information that could genuinely improve someone's quality of life and health outcomes. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you noticed any positive changes since adding avocados to your diet? Do you have favorite delicious ways to prepare them? Are there specific health concerns you'd like me to address in future videos? Your experiences and feedback help create a supportive community where we can all learn from each other and encourage our shared journey toward healthier, more vibrant aging. Remember, aging well isn't about desperately adding years to your life. It's about confidently adding life, energy, and joy to your years. Sometimes that beautiful transformation can begin with something as simple and pleasurable as the perfect, creamy richness of a ripe avocado. Here's to your continued health, your sustained vitality, and your exciting journey of thriving gracefully after 60.